Aloha family, Spencer-Mack here. I just shared my insight and thoughts on how eating meat affects your psyche and your spiritual growth. And one of our good brothers said, how about your creativity? And that is an excellent question. And that leads me to think, what is creativity? What is it that makes us a creative person? Some people say, I'm not the creative type, I'm not the artist. But ultimately we all are. Now it's always seemingly easier to break it down into logic because logic is something we can understand and explain. But creation itself, where did it come from? Where did you get that idea or insight? How did it all begin? It's something that's inexplainable. One way we could look at the duality of it, they say the right brain is creative, the left brain is logical. There's always the polarity. So the left brain is reason. We can deduce things based on our past experience. However, they say you can't solve a problem from the same sphere that it was created in. So how do we get outside of ourselves, out of the box, which is a logical creation, to see new insights and to create something new? How do you get new insight? Well, from my perspective, it's cultivating the ability to listen. It's your nature to create. It comes spontaneously out of you. And if you can stop your mind from its constant chit-chatter and repetitious thoughts, they say most of our thoughts are 80% of the same thoughts we had yesterday. We're repeating machines. However, if we can gain enough self-control to cease this incessant thinking and leave space, that's where the insight comes from. That's why you get your great ideas in the shower or right before you're about to fall asleep, because you finally quieted down enough to receive insight. So that's my connection to creativity. And ways that I like to practice that are freestyling, like putting on a good beat and just making up lyrics, speaking even if it's just sounds, learning how to express free flow and being very cautious not to go and repeat thoughts I already know, lines I already know, melodies I already know. Practicing that spontaneity is a lot like staying relaxed. There's no tension behind it. It's an allowing. There's a faith there. So when we can remain in that state of faith and allowing, we receive. It's like when your body's too tense, you can't feel, you can't listen, you can't receive as well. So learning to relax, learning to allow what's happening to be, and working to find that quiet place. You know your intention. I want to solve this problem. Now, sit down with that intention in mind and empty. And something comes to mind, thank you, that's a thought. Don't get frustrated, let it go. And you're just gonna sit there until that realization comes. And you will be very impressed, I believe, with what you're gifted when you are open to receive. Awesome, guys. I also want to share some thoughts on what I'm calling forced creation. Now, as I said, this question came from one of my followers, one of you guys, and I understand the value of creating, and I understand the handicap and the disability that is perfectionism. So one thing I keep hearing recently with books like The Artist's Way and listening to people like Gary Vee, quantity over quality. Now, it doesn't mean fill your channel with shite, but it does mean keep putting stuff out, because the more practice you have at creating and making things, getting an idea and creating it, the better you get at bringing ideas into reality. So because of that idea, I'm going to put myself in that own experiment and set a consistent rhythm of videos, whether or not I have it, and put myself in front of the camera and see what comes out, with the intention to share things that uplift others and help people find their alignment with truth within themselves, so that they can birth the totality of all that they are into this life here and now. That's my intention. So because of that, I'll just sit down in front of this thing and press a button and see what happens. Awesome, guys. I hope you guys enjoy. If you enjoy this type of content, please share, please like, notifications, all that jazz. And if this brought up any kind of inspirations or questions in you, please share. When we circulate this energy, we really generate something powerful together. Awesome, my friends. Thank you so much, as always. Until next time, lots of love. Peace.